Good morning, y'all. So it's finally my kind of morning. It's cool, which means fall is going to be coming soon, and it's going to be cold. And I'm weird because I like cold weather. I've kind of noticed a little bit about myself that I like opposite things. I like it when my hair is straight, but my hair is always wavy or curly. I like cold weather, even though I was born in Florida and I should just like hot weather. But, yeah. So the fair yesterday was amazing. I got a lot of sun, but amazingly, my face and my skin ate it, so you can't really tell now that I got sun, but I did. I have to just say I had a lot of crazy dreams last night, and some of them were nightmares, but some of them weren't. And the stuff that I saw was so surreal. The only way I can even describe my dream to you guys is I'm just gonna have to draw it out point blank because I can't describe what it looks like. And when I do, all you guys are probably just gonna be like, oh, she copied it from Star Wars or something, which is fine. Y'all can call me a copycat. I don't care. Because in a sense, everything has already been thought up and done anyway. So anything that I come up with in my imagination has already probably been done. So, and I'm at a point in my life, I don't care if you guys call me a copycat anymore, because it don't matter to me. Yesterday I made 10 videos with stuff in between my teeth, and I didn't even know I had something in between my teeth, and I still didn't care. Even though I had some good dreams, which is an improvement of just constant nightmares, I did have something sad happen yesterday. My psychic friends have officially cut ties with me. I guess they were so angry that I made videos of the fair that they were enthralled. They were just and basically said goodbye, that they won't talk to me no more at all, period. But what they always end up saying, though, is they always say I live in a fantasy world and that I need to go back to reality. And they're not 100% wrong. I have schizophrenia. People with schizophrenia live in a fantasy world. We do. And we do need a dose of reality. That's why we take our meds. So that every time we feel like we're in our fantasy world, we take a medicine to bring us back to reality. But what I told them, which is 100% true, is I grew up in mental institutions. I grew up in mental hospitals. And then the last 5 years of my life, I was in prison and jail. And so the only thing that really got me through was my imagination, because that's all I had. When you're stuck in a cell for 24 hours a day with nothing to do, and sometimes you didn't even have books, what are you going to do? You can just sit there, which you do that too, and you sit there and you pity yourself. You look down on yourself. You go, why am I here? I'm such a bad person. But for me, I would do a lot of praying, talking to God, and just fantasizing. That's what got me through prison and a lot of times in mental hospitals, Because there's some mental hospitals that don't let you have books. They don't let you have things to do. Some don't. I mean, some do. Some are nice and give you things to do, but some hospitals aren't nice. You know, they're not all Hiltons, okay? And so I did that. And they just think I'm an evil person. They think that I live in a fantasy world, which I do. But what they don't understand, though, is, like, I don't think they've experienced what I've experienced. And so, of course, they cannot relate to me at all. You know, have they spent 40 days in a mental hospital against their will? Have they spent 5 years in prison where they're not allowed to go outside or look at the stars at night? I mean, you know, and then they hate me for being fantasy-like. And I'll be frank with y'all, if I didn't have my imagination, I don't know where I'd be right now. I'd probably be dead, you know? Because I probably would have given up living. So, anyway, let's talk about the fair. The fair was amazing. There were so many people there. They were happy, okay? That's why I like my own flock, okay? I love people like me that have mental illness and that are considered crazy, that are considered not right. Because, like, we're nice to each other, okay? And I'm not here saying normal people aren't nice to each other, but my experience with normal people is when I'm around a normal person and I be myself, they're trying to, like, you know, shut me up or change the subject or talk about normal people things, which normal people things are fine. You know, people that talk about normal people things, they want to talk about the weather. They want to talk about the stock market. They want to talk about, you know, normal people things. And me, I'm like over here wanting to talk about the birds and the bees and the coconut trees, and they could just care less about that. You know, who wants to talk about the birds and the bees, you know? And so I like being around people that are mentally ill because they're like me. And they're happy. A lot of them are so happy, you know. They smile, they wave, they love each other. And especially people with autism, like, they love so strong that it's contagious and it's adorable, and I love it. And, like, I still don't know myself if I'm autistic. My last psychiatrist I had before I went to prison said I was autistic. I'm just going by what she said, but I don't know if I am. And if I am, I'd be happy to be, because I think people with autism are great. I think they're nice. And everyone that was at the fair yesterday were good people. And I hope I get to go next year and get to see them all again. I wish there was more events like that where we all could get together, because it was magical. And everyone was happy, though. And that's the biggest thing I noticed about mentally ill people compared to normal people, is normal people, yeah, they're happy, but they don't express it as much. You know, I guess it's because they're so normal. They keep their emotions within themselves, which is fine. I'm not here knocking normal people, y'all. I'm not. But normal people can contain their emotions. From what I'm noticing is mentally ill people, we express our emotions to the point that it makes normal people nervous. And so I think that's what makes us mentally ill, is we express ourselves in a different way. Anyway, I enjoyed the fair. I'm sad about my psychic friends. I'll never get to talk to them again, but that's their decision. And it's a new day. I have state therapy today, and I'm excited for it because I get it once a month in person. So it's all good. Love you guys. This is Blue Star 3 YouTube and Nikki Blue on TikTok. Tickety tock, tick tock. Booyah.